Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Vapa here, and if you are seeing this face for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment and like this video. So you guys, you have seen from my previous video, I have been in Kenya for a week now. So there are some culture shocks and just some of the experiences that I experienced that I want to share with you guys. And I think first of all, I need to apologize to all the content creators or tourists that visited my country, which is Namibia. And they say that my country is so empty. I was like, it's not true. But today I'm here apologizing. Yo guys, the first day I landed in Kenya at the airport, we've been in a queue for almost an hour, and our Uber waited for over 2 hours at the airport because he said they came an hour before and he waited for us now when we have to pass through the immigration. So it was so full. I know there were 3 queues, one for diplomats, the other one for Kenyans, and then now our queue for tourists that were coming in the country. It was a long queue, guys. That's when I noticed that Kenya is a pride of Africa. Everyone wants to see Kenya, everyone visit Kenya, and also the Kenyans also that were coming home, there were a lot. So my country is really empty. Like the total population of Namibia is about 3 million. And then looking at Nairobi, population is about 4 million. So that was a bit of culture shock, guys. I will go into details. When we were moving around, there was a time we went to go look for Maasai sandals. Nairobi is a busy city. People, motorbikes, buses, tuk-tuk, everything. You just pass where you see space. You pass where you see space. And then I was wondering, there were no accidents, but everyone was moving. It's such a fast city. And then the other culture shock, I noticed Kenyans are patient. With now in my experience, our Uber driver waited for 2 hours. If it was in Namibia, you have to pay for making the driver wait. And the driver can also decide to go because you wasted their time. We are not that patient. But Kenyans, they were so patient. The other thing, Kenya actually worked on their roads. We used their expressway, and I was just so impressed. When you use it, our car, we just drove through, and then I was asking the driver, so you don't need to pay? And then he said he paid. I'm like, you didn't get out of the car, how did you pay? But there is a system where you register your car and you have an account. Once you pass by the toll, at those toll points, then probably the money goes off automatically, or it registers you to go pay later. I was so impressed. And it was so fast. It's worth it to have that expressway actually. The other thing, guys, Kenya is so developed. I remember when Live Kenya came to Namibia, she was asking like the rental apartments, and I noticed when I came in Nairobi, there were so many buildings tall buildings. Most of them were apartments. In Windhoek City, we don't have a lot of buildings. We don't have a lot of tall buildings. You can literally count the buildings, the tall buildings that we have in the capital city. But in Kenya, everywhere, like in Nairobi, most of the buildings have upstairs. You hardly see individual buildings in the city center. The other point, guys, let's talk about matatu culture. I was so shocked, and I think one of my subscriber or someone who is following me on YouTube was so surprised, or he or she felt bad that I got into an old matatu. I actually thought the matatus are those nice big buses, but even the kumbi, those small buses, they are also called matatu. But I had experience on both. I used an old matatu, and I also used quite a few new matatus that have TVs, loud system inside. So you will see videos later on. My laptop is currently broken, and I actually just need to fix it before starting to upload the new content. Guys, another like culture shock. When I went in the hotel, we booked in Nairobi Safari Club. And then when I went in the room, I didn't see lights in the ceilings. But someone said the lights were there. I don't know in what sense or in what way. I really didn't see any lights in the ceiling. I saw some on the sides, but not in the ceiling. So it's one of the culture shock. And maybe because some people were saying that Nairobi Safari Club is one of the old buildings. Maybe it's something that is like that was built in the past. Now they have modernized building that have ceilings, lights. Okay, another culture shock. Kenyans don't use plastic bags. You go, wherever you go, you must make sure you carry your bag where you will put your things, otherwise you have to buy. As in back home, Namibia, we use plastics. You can opt if you want to buy the plastics or you want to buy bags, but I'm like myself, I prefer buying plastics because I always forget to carry the bags. Like I will buy, and then next time when I'm going to do shopping, I forget the bag at home. Another culture shock. Guys, you can actually survive in Kenya with no SIM card. Like, I've been in Kenya for a week and I didn't buy a Kenyan SIM card. There's almost Wi-Fi everywhere. So it was easy to communicate, and I also met a Kenyan, guys. I made friends in Kenya. And I was so surprised. Maybe it's because of the population in Kenya. Like, they have 4 million people in the city. And there are different restaurants. I remember we bought Somali dish. Ooh, it was a lot of food. And the part of Somali food, they can also sell camel meat, but it's only like you eat the meat to clean your stomach. I'm like, how does it clean your stomach? When you eat the camel meat, then you will have diarrhea. Like they are saying it will clean your stomach, but I want to have diarrhea. I better clean my stomach in a different way. Another culture shock. Coming from Namibia, my country is very hot and dry. I came to Kenya. Kenya is green everywhere. And you can tell they receive enough rainfall, because even in the restaurants, you can get fresh juice, like maybe orange juice or apple juice that was prepared fresh. In my country, even a bag of apples or oranges is so expensive because we have to import fruits. We don't receive enough rainfall in my country. And Kenya have tall trees, guys. Come to Namibia, you hardly see tall trees. We don't receive enough rain. There are even times where municipality have to come and say you need to use water nicely because we can run out of water. That's how bad it is. We store rainwater to sustain us, but in Kenya, it's green everywhere. It's a sign that they receive enough rain. They have markets where they sell fruits. In our country, we have markets, but the number of fruits that are being sold are not as much as the one being sold in Kenya. And they are very cheap. Fruits are very cheap in Kenya compared to back home. So that was one of my culture shock. Another culture shock. In Kenya, you can pick out your camera and create your content, and no one is worried about you. People are minding their business. Back home in Namibia, you pick your camera, people think you are filming them. Some will say you are not supposed to take out your camera at this place. It's just something else. But in Kenya, people don't mind. You are vlogging and no one is minding you. Another culture shock. I tried their ugali. Ugali can be compared to pap in my country. Ugali is so hard. Like, you need to apply force. Like, our pap is so soft. Like, our pap is more, we call it porridge. It's not hard, but their ugali, ugali is hard. So I was surprised, I was shocked. I'm like, this ugali is so hard. Another culture shock. Kenya have a lot of mode of transport. You can use Uber, which is Bolt. You can use the matatu. You can use the tuk-tuk or boda. In my country, we have taxis, okay, and then we have Yango, which is more or less the same as the Uber. And then we have some small buses in the municipality buses, but they are not really being used by everyone. Taxis are more common, and buses, they have intervals when they can pick up people and when they can drop off. Unlike in Kenya, matatus move every time. It's like their mode of transport move all the time. Another thing that surprised me, I didn't know coconut water can come from a dry coconut. I don't know if you understand that. Like, I see people drinking coconut water from the coconuts that are green. And my friend that I met, brought a brown coconut. And then I was like, is this like, is there water inside? So I tried. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to taste the one that is green to see if it tastes the same, but it was tasting different. I didn't know coconut water can be in the brown one, actually, like when it's dry, when the outside part is dry. Another culture shock. Not all the places in Kenya accept cash. So you have to use your Visa card or you have to use the M-Pesa. But luckily enough, when we were moving around, we moved around with one of my friends that I met in Kenya. And most of the time, she does M-Pesa and then we can give her cash. Another culture shock. Kenyans walks a lot. Long distances.
This is the much you have done in your life.
This is a good walk, not my life.
Not like in a city.
In a city.
Have you ever done this much even in your city?
This much?
In your city?
As in moving and
The walking.
the fast pace walking. No. Walking, no.
Another culture shock. Most of the Kenyans are entrepreneurs. Some of them are content creators, some are fashion designers, some have their own boutiques, small businesses. In my country, we have a few fashion designers, or we don't have people that are just content creators. You won't make it. You need multiple stream of income. Like, for instance, I also do fashion design, but I cannot leave my job to do full-time fashion design because it won't sustain me. What you're getting won't be enough. I believe it's because of our population. We are not a lot, so you won't make enough money to sustain you. And I think for Kenyans, their population is good enough actually to maintain their lifestyles. And also, I live in the capital city and it's so expensive. Rent is expensive. Everything literally is expensive compared to life in Nairobi. Another culture shock. I was actually impressed by how Kenyans sell their street food in a glass covered to protect them from germs. Come to my country. We'll just sell our food at open area. So that's why, like, in my country, I hardly eat street food. But in Kenya, I was impressed and I had to try smocha because it was well covered. So guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, I will end my video here.